Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Shauna. I am a mindset and transformational coach. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple really important transformational concepts. The first concept is that we have the capacity to create whatever it is that we would love. And we're either creating by design or default, one of those two, by design or default. The idea is to decide and create that dream and decide for that dream from the point of power within. And the second transformational concept that I want to share with you is we need to discover whether our dream is worthy of us. You need to discover whether your dream is worthy of you. And in this video, I'm going to teach you a 5-point test. And after you know whether that dream is worthy of you or not, then you can take the next steps and step forward into becoming the person who is living that dream. The first concept is that we're creating a life by design or by default. We are going to create a life. If we keep breathing, in the next 12 months, you will create a life. I will create a life. So we don't get to not create a life. Even if we decide to sit on the couch and eat chips and watch Netflix, we're still creating that life. So we don't get to not create a life. And you really want your dream, whatever it may be, to be something that really matters to you and that's in harmony with your core values, that's in harmony with your purpose. It's really key to take time for yourself, to explore possibilities, and to entertain ideas. And you move into this imaginary realm, and you start to construct thought forms of possibility that you love. So once you start to create those thought forms in your mind, that's the first step. So remember that how we shape each moment, each day, it then begins to start to create this pattern, and that becomes an experience, which ultimately becomes a form. And ultimately we say, that was my life. Know this, that we'll either consciously design a life that we love, or we will default back to the patterns that we've had up until now. So there's a great expression that demonstrates this, which is some people live 90 years and other people live 1 year 90 times. So the first concept here is that we want to decide for the dream. And the way that we decide for the dream is first to have a dream. And that question is, what would you really love? What would you really love? So as we decide for this dream, remember that this is an invitation to create a connection with your higher self, with your highest self. We want to be thinking from the point of power within. And from that point of power within, we're creating this idea of what we would love in our lives. So what would you love? What would you love to be? What would you love to do? What would you love to have? What would you love to give? What would you love to create? What's your dream? Life is always seeking a freer, fuller, expanded expression through us. And we get to create it any way we want to. So imagine that and let yourself feel the power of that. As you are creating that dream, you want to decide for it. Decide what beliefs, what thoughts, what actions are in alignment with that dream and what are not. That's going to give you a lot of clarity about your direction. That's where we're at right now. We're thinking about, we're designing this life by design or by default, design or default. And you want to create this first version of some sort of vision. Even if you don't know all the details right now, it doesn't matter. Just ask yourself, what would you love? And we learn also with this process that once we recognize what it is that we would love, then we need to start to build thoughts and beliefs that are true in their pattern or true in their order and true in the alignment to what that may be. There is this 5-point test I want to share with you. So there are 5 questions that we can use to test our dream. And we're testing the dream to make sure that the dream is worthy of us. And remember, it's not a question about, am I worthy of that dream? But rather, whether the dream is worthy of us. So, is your dream worthy of your time, of your energy, of your life force? So, to test the dream, we want to ask ourselves these 5 questions. So, question number 1. First is, does my dream give me more life? So another way of saying this is, when I think of my dream, does it make me feel more alive? That's question number 1. Does my dream give me more life? Question number 2. Does my dream align with my core values? So when it's all said and done, what will have mattered most to you? Those are your core values. So it might be relationships, it might be family, it might be adventure, it might be communication, it might be health. It might be a combination of these things. It might be giving your gift to the world. So the point of this question is that we want to lean in to what's most important to you. All right, question number 3. Does my dream require me to grow? To live a larger life, we're going to be required to grow. And your dream will require that you become a different person than you are today. A freer, fuller, more expanded version of your current self. So that's question number 3. Does it require me to grow? Question number 4, does it require help from a higher power, the universe? So does it require help from something that you're currently unaware of right now? Another way to ask this question is, do I know every single thing that is required to bring about this dream? So if I know every single thing that's required to be done to bring about this dream, then the dream isn't expansive enough. It's a worthy goal, but it's not a dream. And there's a difference between a goal and a dream. So this is how it works. Your dream actually pulls you into a larger dimension of who you have been created to be and who you are becoming. So your dream pulls you into a greater version of yourself. And question number 5, this is the final question, is, does my dream have good in it for others? As an example, your dream may be the love of your life. And you may ask, well, how is there good in that dream for others? And the truth is that when we presence love, that's a blessing to all. So think about your dream. Does it have good in it for others? To review those 5 questions, here they are. Number 1, does my dream give me more life? Does my dream make me come alive? Question number 2, Does my dream align with my core values? And number 3, does my dream require me to grow? Number 4, does my dream require help from life, the universe, a higher power? Things that I'm currently unaware of. And number 5, does my dream have good in it for others? Know this: you are going to trade your life's most precious resource of time, your most precious resource of energy, of life force, to build something. And remember, we're either going to be building by design or by default. Design or default. So we want to have answered yes to each of those 5 questions. So in other words, the dream has the yes factor. It's like yes, 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 yes. I would love that. And yes to all of those 5 questions. And that's how we know whether our dream is worthy of our time, whether our dream is worthy of our energy. I'll close with this. We can't get to our dream. We must come from it. And in order to come from it, we must become it. All right, everyone. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.